Good morning, sleepy people. Or maybe I'm the only sleepy person. Here we go. Last workout that's live for a number of weeks. So today we're putting together two similar workouts, different approaches. Let's circle it out. Lots of ways to modify, build, expand. If your wrists don't want to be on the floor, find a different upper body exercise. If you don't want to count up, because one of our exercises is a count up, count down. You don't want to go up to 5, you want to go up to 10. You can make it as long or as short as you want. This is, I never tell people no excuses, but if time is your excuse, these workouts give you no excuses. Here we go. Let's get warmed up, wiggle shoulders up. Our first workout is a count up, then count down workout. Same basic movements, we just increase the repetitions. Doing a pyramid up and then bringing it back down. Oop, there we go. Rounding the shoulders, arms in the shoulder socket. Let your arms come down. Let them swing loose and free. Last one. Okay. Shoulders feeling good. Let's check in with your hips. Side to side. You can feel the bruise where I fell on the ice. And we'll circle around. IT band feeling good. Inner thigh starting to wake up. Circle around the other way. Noticing if you can feel your hamstrings. They're feeling tight, tired, loose. Try to put an adjective on what you're feeling. As long as it's not tired, we're good. And reverse direction of your figure eights. Wake up that brain. 6, 7, 8. And hands on knees, circling. Wake up those ankles. Six, and let's focus on those ankles. Plant the ball of your foot, circle it out. Get all those pops out. And circle the other way if you haven't started already. And the other side. And reverse. Pants it out, just body weight, lifting and lowering those heels. And then find your balance on one foot. Let's do some ankle wiggles. And some inner thigh. If ankles are your weakness, then in between workouts, you're welcome to find the stretch that works for you and work your ankles. It's your wrists. Give your attention to some wrists. Wiggles on the other side and rotate and lift. The inner thigh warmed up. We'll see how the time goes. I haven't tried putting these two together. If we have enough time, we will come back to these. Nice and wide, and we'll do them in between. That ankle stuff is going to be more important, I think, for the second workout than the first one. Whew, but either which way, your body's going to get super warm. Shoulder down, stretch out your back. First part is mostly upper body. It's going to get your heart rate up. Second one is mostly lower body and some plyo. Okay, let's sink it down. Hands to floor, bottoms up. I'm sorry, it's not plyo, it's power. There's no jumping. unless you want to. It's your choice, it's your workout. 6, 7, 8. Hold it here. Just let your back stretch, let your hips stretch. Walk your hands over to one side. Walk your hands over to the other. Come back to center and roll it up. And by now you're probably totally confused. What the heck I mean? It's your workout. Let's go through it. The count up workout. You need 1 pair of dumbbells. I'm going to demonstrate without dumbbells, so you can just watch. So, well, I lied. Let's circle our wrists because my wrists are going to need it too. Just check in with how they're feeling. Keep circling and I'll show you. You're going to come down, hop or walk out to a plank. Push up is optional. We're going to row on each side, 1, 1. Up or step it back in. Come up, 1 bicep curl, 1 overhead press, 1 tricep extension. And bring it down. And then we do it again, except this time push-ups are optional. I'm so tired. I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do all the push-ups, but 2 push-ups, 2 rows on each side, come back up to standing, 2 biceps, 2 presses, 2 overhead things. So all the upper body work. We're gonna build up to 5 and then come back down to 1. So that's a lot of reps, a lot of up and down. Let's see how it goes. We're not gonna race. It's a kind of workout, how you're not racing. You can go as heavy as you like with this to challenge yourself. The limiting factor is probably your tricep extension, or maybe it's what you can put over your head. So go as heavy as you can. You're going to take your time with this, and the weight is going to keep your heart rate up. When you need to take a break, and then jump back in when you can. That's the philosophy of this workout. So let's hit it on the floor, step it out, 1 push up, 1 row on each side, step it in, 1 bicep curl, 1 press, 1 tricep extension, and bring it down. That's the first round. Then we come down, step it out. If you can do 2 push-ups, 1 row on each side alternating, feet stay nice and wide. To give you a little bit more stability. Up or step it in. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to talk. And come on up. 2 bicep curls, 2 presses, and 2 tricep extensions. Bring it down. Down for 3. Up it out. 3, 2, 1. Hold that plank, feet nice and wide. 3, 4, 5, 3 on each side for rows. Hop it in, bring it up. 3 bicep curls. 3 presses. And 3 triceps extensions. I'm gonna go a teeny weeny bit lighter. Going down on the floor for 4. Bring it down, step it out. You don't have to have your hands on the weights for the push-ups. 4, 3, 2, 1. You can definitely do it from your knees. 3, just make sure you're holding that plank. Stepping or walking it back in, coming up. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 overhead presses. And 4 tricep extensions. Take a big deep breath. Keep going. If you're on live with me, keep going. We have one more to 5. Let me go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's step it down. I'm going to hold that plank for 5 push-ups, 4 push-ups, 3, 2, 1. Add in the rows. 2, 3. 10. That's 5 on each side. Come on up to standing. 5 biceps. 5 overheads. And 5 triceps. Bring it down. Catch your breath. We're going to go 5, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. I saw Alex check, so I'm going to check 2. Oh, my heart rate is in the 150s. This is a killer. Take your time. Work when you can. Rest when you need to. Come back into it when you're ready. And you just keep going like that. So it doesn't have to be boom, boom, boom. You can hear it in my voice. I can hardly talk to you. Okay? This is the get fit quick workout. Here we go. So down. If you don't want to do those push-ups, count to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go for rows. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hop it in up to standing. 5 biceps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Overhead tricep extension. Elbows up. 4, 5. Nice. Grab a drink when you need it. Stop when you need it. Come down. Count to 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a lot of planking. 8 rows, 4 on each side. 8. Hop it in. Up to standing. Don't get dizzy. 4 biceps. 2, 3, 4. 4 overheads. 2, 3, 4 triceps. 3, 4, and down. Down to 3s. Let's see if we can do them. 3, 2, and 1. You can certainly do them from your knees. 6, 5, 4 rows. 3, 2, and 1. Hop it in. Woo. 3 bicep curls. 2, 1. We're almost there. 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. Maybe another. Maybe a second one. Maybe grab a drink. It's your workout too. You don't have to go my pace. You can go faster. You can go slower. Weights down. Come out to your plank. Hold that plank. Now let's do 2 push-ups. Let's pick up those weights and do 4 rows. Walk it in. 2 biceps. 2 presses. 2 triceps. Whew. Let's come down. Let's do the last one. Step it out, walk it out, knees or toes, one push-up, one row on each side, hop or step it in, one bicep, one press, one overhead, and we are done. That, my friends, is workout one. Swing your arms out, let your shoulders relax. I originally had this that we were going up to 8 and then back down. Maybe lucky for you, I was awake for a couple hours in the middle of the night. And I think this is not the workout I would necessarily choose for myself if I had a really poor night's sleep like I did last night. But we're demonstrating, I'm demonstrating. You're going to take this, hopefully build on it, make it your own. And grab a drink. Let your heart rate come all the way down, especially between this and that. Given that we've only been together for 20 minutes, we might finish very early. These are a little higher on the intensity scale than we usually do. So grapevines, step touch. Okay, workout 2 is timed. 30 seconds on with a 30-second break. What you want to see is, well, one, how much work can you do in that 30 seconds? But every exercise is going to bring your heart rate up. And what you want to do is, over time, see that by the end of 30 seconds, you're feeling more ready to go, that your heart rate comes down a little bit faster. We're literally going to take another minute and a half. Just because, nice big break between these two segments. And when we're done with this, we have a little bit of core to do, and then we're done. I don't expect we'll be here for the full hour. That gives you more time to go soak in a hot shower. When I send these out, I'll put the time markers in. When workout 1 starts, workout 2 starts. It'll make it a little bit easier, and I'll write out what the exercises are. And you can edit them however you want. Too much on the wrists, change the exercises. Too much for your ankles, change the exercise. Come up with something that works for you. Follow the pattern, it's what counts. And you'll get there. Okay, so our 5 exercises, I'll keep stalling. We're gonna do a body weight speed squat, as many squats as you can do in 30 seconds. We're gonna do something called thrusters or a push press, which is a weighted mini squat to an overhead press. So it's a power move. What we just did was all pure strength. This is going to be using your lower body to get the weights up over your head. So same weights you were using before is just fine. And then we're going to put the weights down, do body weight lunge. Come down on the floor, do a shoulder tap, push up from knees or toes for 30 seconds. And finish off with kettlebell swings or dumbbell swing, whatever you've got. And we've been doing those the last couple of months. All of it's going to spike your heart rate up. We'll take a minute off between rounds and then we'll go again. So 5 exercises, 30-30 is 5 minutes. A minute or 2 off makes it 7 minutes. This is how you do the math. This is elementary math. It's what my brain can handle right now. So maybe we have 7 minutes per round because you want to bring your heart rate all the way back down before you spike it back up again. And maybe we'll do 2 rounds, maybe 3 rounds. I'm not saying my energy is going to last, but that's how you do the math when you're doing the workout. Okay, so body weight speed squats. Let's start on an even top of the minute in 10 seconds. Feet, whatever position is comfortable for you to do a squat. If it's wide, toes out, If you're comfortable doing it this way, go for it, but let's start. And nobody's counting. I'm just looking at the clock. You just want to keep moving. Make sure your knees are feeling good. Your weight is back. First round, no problem. You're thinking, after we just did, this is easy. I can squat. We have 3, 2, 1. And you're saying, why do I need a 30-second break? You just wait. Find whatever weight you want to do for doing a overhead press. Or a push press is what it's called. So we're going to start with the weights on your shoulders. Be a little wider than your hips. A little mini squat. Snap those hips. Power it up. Nice. There's 30 seconds of these. This is crazy. 3, 2, and 1. Bring those weights down. Let your heart rate settle down a little bit. Step touch, grab a drink. We're going to go into alternating lunges. The more you use your arms for body weight moves, the more you're going to work your heart. Always an option depending on how you're feeling. Let's get set up. Forwards or backwards, doesn't matter. So if you want to get your heart rate up, take your arms up high. But don't lose your lunge form. And keep your arms low. We have 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Again, step tap. Walk around your room. I forgot to do our ankle work. Thank you for the reminder. Sorry about that. Probably went at my head once we started doing the first workout. Come down on the floor. I'm going to go on my knees. Shoulder tap push-ups. Here we go. Tap, tap, press. Tap, press. Okay. 5 seconds. Let's get one more in. Tap, and then press. Rock back into child's pose. Come on up. Based on what we've done the last couple of months for swings, choose your weapon. Not really. Choose your implement. After this, ankles. We go in 5 seconds. Enjoy the 30 seconds while you have it. Let's get into position and let's go. You're thinking, we used to do this for 40 seconds. 30 seconds, no problem. That's awesome. We have 5 seconds. 3, 2, let's squeeze one last one in. There we go. Okay, weight down. Let's circle out those ankles. Let's take a minute or 2 here before we go through it again. Check your heart rate. And switch sides. We want to come not all the way down to resting, but down to where it's comfortable to talk. You're not huffing and puffing. Let's circle, 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 or wiggle. Just check in with how everything is feeling. Make some waves. Heart rate check should be coming down. Let's take another 45 seconds. You want to be feeling good, not like you're ready to fall asleep on the couch. My heart rate just went down 20 beats per minute. So we'll be ready to go in 20 seconds or so. We get to the 30-second marker on my clock. So starting with speed squats in 10 seconds. This starts spiking that heart again. It should still be working hard for you. It's just not as high as it was. 3, 2, 1, and squat. Halfway there. Nice. Sink that booty out. Sink it down. And 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, this first 30-second break doesn't, why is it so long? The last 30-second break is, it's not long enough. Okay, we're gonna do our push press after this. We still have about 10 seconds, so find your weights and get used to feeling them in your hands. Bring your hands up to your shoulders, close weights, and let's hit it. 30 seconds. Sink down, press it up. We're going from triple flexion to triple extension. Ankles, knees, and hips. Big exhale to get that weight up. Snap of the hips. 5 seconds. 3, 2, last one. And weights down. Okay. Going into our lunges. Play around with this if you want. If you have a favorite lunge, stick with it. If you don't, try curtsies. Try forward lunges. Try reverse lunges. Either way, you're going to be moving for 30 seconds. And they're all good, right? I can't choose. Let's go forward this time. So down, or back, or sideways. Just show me good form. As many as you can do with beautiful form. Five seconds. And rest. You're going to come down on the floor, let your heart rate come down. Shoulder tap push-ups. I like doing these for my knees better than for my toes. But again, it's always you do you. Here we go. Shoulder tap, push. For my knees, I know, even when I'm tired, I can get full range of motion. You want to get as close to a full range of motion as you can. You're on your toes and you can dip your elbows a little bit, but not get all the way down. Don't do this from your toes. 3, 2, last push up, and rock it back. Nice work. And then coming up to standing, we are going to do our second round of swings. I told you last month, if you haven't tried doing swings with a kettlebell, you should. It feels totally different than doing it with a dumbbell. You can do it 2 arms, like this. You don't have to alternate. The weight's floating up really high because I've got both arms moving it. It's back and forth, 3, 2, and 1. Safely bring that weight down. And we'll take a minute and a half here. Let your heart rate come down. Went right back up, just like it did last time. So it's supposed to do, let's let it come down. I think, let's get through this one more time. Let our heart rate come down, and then we'll come down on the floor. Do some core and some stretching. So 3 times through. We can do this. Not so bad. But you can tell it has a totally different feel than the first workout we did where we counted up. Whereas up, down, up, down, up, down. I think when your body isn't going up and down off the floor as much, it has a different intensity. I won't say more or less because everybody's different, but there's a different intensity. They're both intense, but they're different. Maybe I'm babbling. Check your heart rate. You don't have a tracker, the 2 fingers, find your pulse on your neck. And really what you want to do from the time we stop around to we start again, you want to feel that number come down. And I can't do the math in my head right now. I can help you. Reach out, I'll help you figure it out. But I come down about a little more than 20 beats per minute. In a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I think that says I'm ready to go. It's still elevated. I still feel like I'm working, but I'm not as breathy. So in 3, 2, 1, let's go back to squats. We are working some of the biggest muscles in your body right now. Don't let them fool you. They can do this. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Bingo. Heart rate's coming up. 30 seconds. So last couple of months we've done 40-20. This time we're doing 30-30. I empower you. Make these your own. We're going to go for our thrusters. Grab your weights. Bring it down. Press it up. Every time your arms go over your head, your heart has to work a lot harder. That's why your heart rate goes up so high. That's why we're not doing overhead work every single exercise here. Three, 2, 1. Goodbye, push press. Your heart rate just isn't coming up because you happen to not be at 8,000 feet or your weights are really light. Go ahead and make your lunges more plyometric, but I am not going to do that. You can do switch jumps, you can do speed skaters, I'm just gonna go back to my reverse lunge. Let's hit it, 30 seconds. Three, two, one, and rest. Check your heart rate, always fun. Hopefully saying, you're alive. 15 seconds, let's work our way down to the floor. Last round of shoulder tap push-ups. Circle your wrists if you need to. Hands right under your shoulders. Now let's go. Shoulder tap, push-up. Remember, it's always as much as you can do with nice form. If you need to slow down by round 3, round 1, totally understandable. We have 3, 2, 1. Finish up your push-up. Rock back into child's pose. Stand up. Bring your arms out. One last round of swings. You can hold on to your weight with both hands, or you can alternate, whatever feels better. If it all feels like you're going to drop the weight, trying to switch hands, don't do that. And let's hit it. It's all in the hip snap. The weight should be floating, your core and your hips, controlling the momentum. Five seconds. Do the last one. Woo! Let that weight float down. Nice work. Check out how you're feeling. And side step, walk around your room, catch your breath. We're not coming down on the floor until your heart rate comes down. Grab a drink. Let's go till the top of the minute, another 25 seconds or so. Just checking in. So for what it's worth, my heart rate at the end of each round was anywhere between 155 and 162. Not uncomfortable, but working very hard. Not sustainable for a long period of time for me at this elevation. And it's been coming down to the 130s when I feel like I'm ready to go again. That's 20, 25 beat per minute drop. So if you're feeling ready, let's come down to the floor. Roll your shoulders, circle out your wrists. I'm going to change my camera, angle it down a little bit more. You guys are great. Hopefully you had fun with that. They're short and sweet workouts. There really is. You know, aside from changing your clothes, getting sweaty, and having a shower, time-wise, not much of an excuse. So you can adapt them to any exercise that works for your body. If your wrists need more of a break, find a different upper body exercise. Do your chest presses like that instead of doing push-ups. It all is good. Okay, so let's come down. We're going to do two things. We're going to do plank with leg lifts, and then we're going to do side plank with a leg lift. So lots of leg lifts here. Keep that butt nice and strong. Just to finish it off, kind of like we did on Tuesday. So on your elbows, give your wrists a break. Find your plank. Your knees are lifted, quads are engaged. You're pressing your elbows into the floor so your shoulder blades are protracted. And let's go for 20 lifts. Just a little leg lift. You can do this on incline also. You just don't want to lose your plank. People tend to pike up. You want to stay nice and flat as a board. And when you get to 20, let your hips come down on the floor. Bring your hands under your chest and lift up. And rock back into child's pose. And let's work our way onto our sides. So we did hip dips on Tuesday. I meant to do the leg lifts on Tuesday. So we'll do the leg lifts today, just lots of leg lifts. So from side plank, you can have that bottom leg bent, as long as when you come up, you're in the straight line. Or you could try to do this with both legs extended. And we're going to go for 10 top leg lifts. 6, 7, beautiful. 8, 9, 10. Bring that hip down. Pivot around. And go for side 2. So finding your side plank, perpendicular to the ground for 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Come around one more time. Let's do them both again. We've got time. Let your side muscles rest for a second. Let's get ready. Come up into a plank. We'll do 20 lifts, just like we did before. Little lift, big squeeze. And then rest. We're going to come onto our sides one more time, but we're going to do a lower leg lift, which is a little bit harder. So if you're doing your side plank with your knee bent, I want you to bring it forward and lift like this. If you can do it with a straight leg, it's like that. It's going to be a little harder. So keep your knee in that bent position. And lift. Okay. That's it. You got it. It's hard. Super hard. Again, set up for doing a top leg lift. So side 2. So if this is how you're set up for a side plank, you're gonna put all your weight on that top leg. Bring that bottom leg forward and lift. And come on down. Nice work. And let's circle it out. Move my weights out of the way. Give myself room to stretch. Okay, let's take your legs nice and long, take your arms nice and long, pencil stretch. And notice what your back is doing. If your bottom of your rib cage is flared up, like mine is right now, what we're going to do is take a couple of deep breaths and work on breathing into the back of your rib cage and trying to settle your spine. Not so you're pressing into the floor, but just you feel it. You know it's there, that there's some support there, that your rib cage isn't popping up into the air and arching your spine. So big breath in. Expand into your back. Exhale, try to relax that. One more. And let's take your legs over to the left and your arms over to the left. Shoulders and hips stay on the floor. Don't worry about what your spine is doing right now. It's curving laterally. Take a big breath in and stretch through the right side of your rib cage. So something I learned a while ago, I didn't realize what was happening, was when you're totally stressed, come back to center, and I'll keep talking. Take everything over to the right. You're going to stretch out the left side. When you're totally stressed and you feel like you're only breathing through the upper part of your chest or the top of your rib cage, you're asking your diaphragm, which is a respiratory muscle, right? That's what expands and contracts the rib cage, or one of the muscles, the biggest one that does that. It expands with every inhale, contracts with every exhale. When you're breathing through the top of your chest, you're asking your diaphragm to become a supporting muscle, a structural muscle, something that's holding you together rather than allowing you to breathe. So one of the goals I work on, let's cross legs, cross knees, and bring both knees in. One of the reasons for taking a little bit of time to focus on your breath, to make sure that you're not asking your diaphragm to be supporting your spine. Your diaphragm is supposed to be helping you breathe and inhale and exhale and all the good things that breathing does for you. All the oxygen in, waste products out. When you can't do that very effectively, it sets off the alarm bells in your brain, and it just perpetuates the stress cycle, and it's hard to stop. So let's bring left foot down. Let's take your knee out to the side and butterfly. And then twist down to the right and open up that hip. That's my long-winded way of explaining why I like to spend time breathing when we're down on the floor, checking in. You're not allowed to leave here feeling more stressed than you were during the workout. Oh, let's switch sides, knee over knee. I've got my right over left this time. Tip over a little bit to the left or the right if you're the other way. Let those squatting muscles stretch. And then bring your foot down. Take the knee out to the side and butterfly a little bit. And then twist all the way down, opening up that hip. I thought we'd be done way early today. It's early, but it's not. We did a lot more work than I thought I'd be able to. So yay me, yay you. We did this together. Left to center and roll over. Let's come up into a child's pose with the thread the needle. Stretch out your back and your arms. We're going to stay here probably a good 30 seconds. Don't rush to change it. Let your back relax, let your arms release. I feel this in my shoulders and my triceps. I did a lot of upper body today. I feel it in the bicep and my armlets reaching forward, tricep, the armlets reaching across. Big deep breaths, relax into it. Almost there. All right, let's come up and switch sides. Okay, good. Let's come up into half kneeling. And go into that hip flexor stretch, but let's also add a tricep stretch. So same side of the knee is down, take it up, reach down your back, the other arm. Let's take that elbow and do that lean to the side. So we're kind of getting muscle stretching at once. So your quads, your hips, your side, your arm. And slowly come out of it. Roll your shoulders, switch sides. Okay, my right side is down, right arm comes up, reaching down my back. Hold on to that elbow and lean away. Now let's roll shoulders. That was great work this morning. I'm actually feeling a lot better after my workout than I did when I started, if you couldn't tell. So thanks for staying with me. And hopefully I'll write out what the workouts are so you don't have to watch the video every single time. You can just set your timer and go with a printout. And hopefully you'll have fun with it while I'm away.